everybody, it's Mary.
And
today we are reviewing 90 Day Fiance.
Yes.
And we invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment
down below. So we are going to start with Shahida and Bilal. Anyways, so after he has basically shown her the house after all of his manipulation and whiplash he has given her, he now...
His prank that he called it.
It wasn't a prank. It was just a way for you to be manipulative as a grown-ass man.
Well,
which was sick.
About to see the mama.
Yes, so now she has to deal with that too. The sister came in very hot. Where is she? Where's she at? Which I just felt like...
You know where I wanted her to be, though? I felt like he shouled her, brought her with him.
To the front.
So when you open the door...
You see her there.
She's right there.
But he didn't want that because he is about causing division.
Yeah, yes, that's what
it is.
This is what it is with him. So he has her stay in the kitchen.
You say, you wait there.
And then,
she's like all anxious, which I'm sure she would have wanted to
and I don't know
there.
if he said wait there, but maybe he wanted her to stay there. He seems like he's trying to create drama. And there's no need for that, Bilal.
And even when they got down to the table, whatever, she was asking her,
Oh, no, but let's talk about when she met the mom. It was so beautiful.
I don't remember anything beautiful.
The way she hugged her, and Shahida was just like she was so shy and stuff, and like afraid. Like at one point she was like leaning on the table, like, what do I do? Do I lean? Do I make casual? So that was very cute. But I like when, you're meeting your in-law and you're a little nervous. You should be a little nervous. Yeah. But you're at the table. Go ahead.
But yes, so they sit down at the table and everything, and then immediately they're asking. So apparently everybody knew about the prank.
Yes.
He had to get the key from his mom, and he also had to get the key from the van. Which like I said before, I think the fan was dead ass wrong for allowing him to do that. To somebody who's coming from a different country, you people are all Muslim. You know that it is important for a man to be a provider, and you bring her to a house that's dilapidated. Who thought that made sense to do? Like, and the thing is, the ex-wife even said it. He's flashy. He's having Louis Vuitton bags and stuff like that, and then you want her to think that you're poor. Somebody who was dumb would have thought that you were poor if you're here flashing Louis Vuitton bags.
I didn't think about that. Someone should have at least said, I don't think this is the
you
right
would never
time.
let Rashid go and do that to another woman.
No, probably
that don't make no sense.
But,
and you definitely would not have married her the Islamic way already, probably had sex with her, and now you're going to pull a prank on her because you want to trust her.
I still don't know if they've had sex, so let's just say allegedly and leave that at that. But, no, we're not doing that. But, anyhow, the sister asked her
what did you think about it and everything, stuff like that. She's like, well, and she's already nervous. So, I felt like it was too much.
I feel like you went
stepped back into the 1900s.
But then she said that, it
reminded me of my grandmother's house.
So, at least
she tried to
covered
it.
She said, with the ceiling and
falling down and everything.
And then the mom was but then he said
he's intent on letting his mom make sure that she is offended.
She said with the ceiling. I don't think she said falling down. She just said with the ceiling. But then he comes out and says she wasn't very pleased.
She wasn't pleased with it. She said that how do you say she said that she was like, how do you bring me from Trinidad to this? She's like, oh, she said that.
Yeah, that's
like
what the
you
mom
guys
said.
Don't know or can't see that the house is dilapidated and it's looking cham. Yes, it is your childhood home, but you have not. All of you have not been there for 15 years. So why you were even offended? You could have just laughed and be like, "Yeah, I don't think what he did was right," or you could have just laughed and be like, "Yeah, that house, I wouldn't have wanted to go there either." I mean, none of us have lived there for 15 years.
Yeah, something like that.
So y'all are here acting fake offended
for her to make it. One thing about good manners is when someone comes to your home, to your turf, you one of the things that you should strive your best to do is to make them feel welcome and make them feel comfortable.
And he did none of that.
And give them an out. But even with the mom and the sister, that's also what I was expecting from them, and the brother. Expecting for them to be able to say something like what she just said. Well, we haven't lived there, and yes, it is dilapidated, and he never should have brought you there. Something like that.
Even if you were in on the prank.
Something like that. So that you make them feel not too uncomfortable. But
he was hell bent on having drama. And this is where I feel like he has some narcissistic tendencies. Like, she should just cut her losses.
And then the sister now right away asks, about children. How do you feel about the children?
How do you feel about the children?
And
She's
she
like,
answered very well.
I thought she did too, because I hadn't heard that before. She said she was worried when she told him or whatever. But she said, I've had kids around me all my life. I take care of my sister's kids. They're like my kids and all that stuff. I thought that was a beautiful answer. Yeah. And then she asks Bilal.
And then she says, and I want children of my own. And then the sister now asks, Bilal, do you want children?
But I'm sure she already knows.
And he says, I like children.
You have kids.
And
she said, that's not what we asked, though.
Yeah. And then he says, well, we can live in fantasy land. He's like, no. He's like, I've always wanted to have...
She said she lives in the fantasy land.
He said, I've always wanted to have 4 kids.
Ideally, that would be nice.
Ideally, that would be nice. But we can't live in fantasy land.
After that, he said that, I would like to have 4 kids ideally, but you get older, your kids get older, and then you kind of settle into this routine and everything, stuff like that. But what Shahida is, she lives in the fantasy world. Like, she wants, I want to travel, and you can't travel with kids, so you're trying to rub it in their nose, like, I have kids, you don't know about traveling. You can travel with your kids anywhere. Yes. I mean, remember, you used to take us to Chicago and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you can take them anywhere. Just get them vaccinated if they need to get vaccinated. I'm not talking about that vaccine, but you know what I'm saying. Like, if they have to take shots, like malaria shot or whatever the case may be.
And even now, you need that vaccine. So even with that,
I mean, if you want to, that's fine.
If you need to get your vaccine, go ahead and get a vaccine. Whatever needs to be done for you to travel, you can do it and travel.
Yeah.
You. It's not because you have children
that your life
stops.
You
can't travel. But the way he said it, this is when I had a problem with him. The way he kind of said it, like you don't have children, so you will not know what it takes to travel with children. He kind of insinuated that, and that's why I don't like. It's like kind of rubbing her nose in it. Like, you don't have to, she wants kids. You don't have to rub her nose in the fact that she doesn't have children.
Yeah. That's why I just feel like he is just not for her.
And he's like, we have to be realistic and see how things go to see if we make it. And then she said...
But she said, we definitely have to see if this is going to go well. And then he started looking down like
90
this.
days, yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, we have to see.
Because they're already married in the sights of Allah.
Yeah.
But they're not married legally, which is a whole different thing. Because, your finances, all that stuff gets married together and all that stuff. Even though women do keep their last name in Islam... they do. It's still all that stuff. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I do think that she should definitely weigh her options. But I hope
we'll see. I
hope she leaves him. I'm hoping and praying she left him.
Hopefully he gets some, because sometimes
my thing is men who are over 40, 50 aren't changing. They're not changing their feathers for nobody. Once you are old, you have settled in your ways. You're not shifting.
I'm so surprised that such a conversation
did not happen before y'all had a nikah. Like that makes not one lick of sense.
That is, it's kind of like one of those deal breaker questions. You meet someone, the first question you ask, do you want children? And they say no. We can't. Okay, thank you. Move on.
Thank you.
It's just odd that she did not have this conversation.
But it's odd that she allowed herself to be played. Because she didn't get to see his house. She didn't see his car. She's allowing him to skirt through all the questions that are important. But you went, married him, and then... Anyway, I don't know.
And talk about you're playing hide and seek. This is not
hide and seek. This is my effing life.
This is not a game.
This is my life.
This is I don't know.
Marriage is a contract, okay? In some forms, it is a business deal. Y'all need to stop going with this love stuff. Marriage is not about love, because if it was about love, everybody would be able to be okay with their husband being a janitor or being some hobo on the street, and y'all got love, but y'all married though, living on the corner. So please. Marriage is not just about love. It is about a business contract. Finances need to be in order. All that stuff. Yeah. And if a woman wants a man who has money, even if she has never made 6 figures in her life, that's okay.
Have some kind of character. Some kind of
morals.
Kindness. Like, this guy, I don't know.
Has no character. Where does it say in the Quran that you have to provide a mansion? I hate when men do that. I'm going to use the Quran. Yeah, you have to maintain her as you met her. Yeah. Not in some shack with some dilapidated home.
Yeah, did her house have ceiling falling?
I doubt it, because she was so disturbed by it. So I'm sure she didn't live there.
Well, when we saw her in her videos, it looks very nice and clean behind her.
And she was in the newspaper. She was obviously somebody.
She lived there.
But you want her to come and help. Why would a woman want to come and help a grown-ass man who's in his 40s to build? Who wants to do that?
Remember, she's 37, so she has already built herself up, right?
So I'm going to come and help a grown man help build himself up?
When you should have done that at your age because you're in your 40s.
Who does that? What grown woman wants to help another grown man build?
Yeah.
I've already built my life, but now I'm going to come help you. I'm going to come mammy you to help you build. That's so dumb. Yeah. That's so dumb.
It's different if both of you were like in college together.
Then that makes sense.
And then you guys built.
And you guys were love, high school sweethearts.
37, you're in your 40s.
And have 2 kids.
You kind of expect that you have already
been established.
And been established, especially if you're going around with your Louis Vuitton.
You want her to be ride or die. Are we in some mother effing movie? Are you Bonnie and Clyde?
Well, I don't know.
It's just the illiteracy. It's too much for me. Yeah. It's actually too much. Yeah. I get upset just talking about this food. And on top of that, he's Muslim, so it just makes us all look bad. Well, not the women, but anyway, it just makes people look bad.
It does.
It's just a disgrace.
It does kind of hit real close to home.
Too close. Yeah. Too close.
So, anywho, you guys let us know what you think about this. We may have to be ending with Bilal and not starting with him.
But at least we get the horrible stuff out the way.
Look, and I don't want people to come for us now and say, you need to be supporting us. But anywho,
I support what is right.
You guys tell us what you think. So, moving on to Miona and Jibri. They were supposed to
cook dinner
for their parents, and they went and got some frozen chicken Alfredo. You know, frozen pasta sometimes can taste really bad.
But the thing is, you use seasoning. That's what you do. You use salt, you use some Old Bay, you use a cayenne, you use some paprika, you add some basil. You even use Maggi Cube. I love Maggi Cube. That thing is so good for seasoning. You put it on okra.
Yeah, it has some stuff. What does it have? MSG in it. And sometimes
you ain't got to tell people that.
Well, it has soy sauce and stuff. I'm sure people know that. And so a lot of times, they say, well, MSG shouldn't be used in that and stuff. But anyway.
Well, there's so many other seasonings that I named. I named 10 other seasonings.
Pinch of it in there.
I named 10 other seasonings that y'all can use. Use the seasoning.
But also the mom was saying that the pasta tasted rubbery.
No, but we should have to talk about the conversation they had before. Oh, remember with the friend?
The friend Davi. Oh, yes.
Davi, remember?
That's right. So he finally tells her that, look, he and I, we're going to be doing some music together. We're going to finish
the album.
We're going to finish the album.
He needs money.
And he said, and that's going to... We need to do that because that's the criteria for us moving to LA.
I feel like she should just go with it because...
She was like, she was like, no, she did not want him hanging out with Davi.
Because they don't get along.
He has to choose her or him. And he says, well, Davi is his godfather.
In Serbian culture, that means that they both were baptized and that they had some of his hair and some of his hair put in swapped waters or whatever.
No, it was burnt.
It was burnt.
It was burnt, yes.
So they are kind of like intertwined where he is his godfather, where if I have kids and he has kids, he will be the godfather of my kids.
Or something, he has to take care of the children.
So they are connected like that.
Yes.
And she knows that it's a Serbian thing. Mm-hmm. And she was just like...
interesting.
I thought it was really cool.
Anyone from Serbia, let us know what you guys really do and why.
What does the burning of the hair mean?
Well, and then how come he's the godfather, but they seem to be about the same age?
They're both the godfathers of each other. Yeah.
So that was really interesting. Anywho.
But so she was like, I don't care or whatever. I'm your family now. My thing is, you're my wife. I can always divorce you whenever I choose.
Well, the bottom line is, how are they going to get the money? Does she have money to move to LA? Obviously not.
But I honestly think that it would be a great idea because the thing is, if he's with the band, obviously they're not in Little Dakota, so they would have to move over there, and he could probably be living with the friends. And if you are nice to the friends, you guys could all get along, and you could still be in LA, going to your beach every day, living your life. until you guys make money. Then you get your own apartment. But at least you guys are there, probably living with a friend or whatever, until you get established. But he's still working.
You're not getting along with friends. So.
I mean, it's like you have to choose your battles. Either you want to stay in South Dakota with the mama who is there saying your pasta is nasty and you can't cook, and then the dad looking all confused, and then y'all living.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of rude.
I thought it was rude. That's
you didn't have to say all that, and then you say, "Are you sad?" Like she's also instigating, like trying to rile him up. Are you upset that we don't like it? No, I'm upset that you're saying it's nasty after we've cooked for you. At least we're doing what you asked.
Well, also, he's just a liar because he said she put a lot of hard work into it. All y'all had to do was take it out, put some water in the pan, and then sprinkle it around. Y'all didn't even put no seasoning in it.
At least they did it. I find him to be very respectful.
Yeah, he's very respectful
to his parents.
Yeah,
I think that's why I like him. Who will not have done it? They would have waited until you got home. Then pretend
what you
being
cooking,
in the
Mom?
kitchen. Yeah, and being like, well, I didn't do it because I don't know how. If you can show me. But he seems to be very respectful.
I feel like if y'all had made it from scratch, it would have been much better. Like you can just defrost the shrimp, boil the pasta, put the Alfredo. Go to YouTube. That's why we have technology.
So true. Go to YouTube though.
I just thought that was laziness.
Anything from there.
I mean, if the mom said it was nasty, I'm pretty sure it was nasty. I'm sure y'all didn't even cook that thing through. They didn't even put any salt.
Maybe that's why she said it so harshly, because she knows that maybe they were not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like they didn't put all their hearts in it. But
yeah,
the next person was Patrick.
Yes, we have a new kid on the block. Yes, but
Patrick sells albums and he's a sales manager. He used to be the strongest man or something, but he was found to have HCG and was disqualified from the Olympics, and so he can't do that no more.
Which I thought,
And he has his girlfriend from Thais from Brazil, who he says is very jealous.
Yes. So he actually was married before or whatever. To a woman who was also a bodybuilder or whatever. When he got caught, and was banned from the sport, she left him because they both were working in the gym together, and because he was no longer in the gym, they kind of just fell apart.
Well, so also, she doesn't want to be associated, especially if she's bodybuilding
and she has a career too in that.
You ain't gonna stain me with your HCG self.
Yeah. So she left him, and
like a bad habit.
Yeah, and she left him with the house. So he now lives with his brother.
Yeah.
Who they both they do home security. He sells it door to door, and then the brother will come and install it in the home. So they live together, whatever, stuff like that. But he has been to Brazil a couple of times.
14 times.
14 times.
In the past year.
Yes, and I think, did he engage her?
He does not say.
I don't know. But yeah, so that's where he met his girlfriend or whatever, stuff like that. But she is actually going to be coming to the U.S. in 2 days. I didn't really like her. I felt like she was quite rude. Like, I don't think that he should have called her when there was people in the home. But my thing is, like it's not your house.
Those men who
like stirring up drama, like that guy.
I feel like he knows his wife is
his girlfriend. Well,
his girlfriend gets upset and is very jealous.
Yeah.
So why are you calling her when all this during the time when your friends come to play poker or whatever?
Yeah.
And you guys are having fun they're having fun in the background. You don't go into a room and shut the door.
Yeah.
But you sit in the living room so that they can hear
all that
and see all the background stuff that's going on. So she wonders, is there a woman there? Whatever. It's like he gets a high from that. Now he's doing this whole thing where he's like, I put on my location so she knows where I am, so she doesn't get upset and all this stuff. And this is, I am not really buying it with this guy. I feel like I thought to myself, I said, I bet this girl is very beautiful. That's what I thought to myself. And then when you see her, she is beautiful.
Yeah.
She is beautiful. And I feel as though he is doing all this because probably when he's there in Brazil and he's walking around with her, she probably garners a lot of attention.
Yeah, and that probably makes
so
him feel
he
insecure.
knows when she gets here, she's going to be garnering a lot of attention.
Yeah,
and he wants to be able to say, put on your own location also on your phone.
Yeah, you think it's a setup.
That's what I feel. That's what he's doing.
Yeah.
Because, that's what I do. Because he wants to know where she is.
Yeah.
Because when she comes here, she gonna find her Latina group community. I promise you she will. Any foreigner who comes to this country,
they look for other foreigners.
They look for someone from their country. They just do. Because when you first get here, you
feel alone.
Most other countries, there is such a family connection, and because think about it, you come from somewhere else, you have your friends, you have your routine, you have your family, and then you come here, you don't know anyone. So you're going to be searching for those family connections. Maybe a little salsa group or something. Or you might meet someone in the store and the person says, hey, look, we got salsa and whatever down somebody's basement or something. And you go there having fun. Yeah, that man gonna want to know your location. So he doing it now with himself.
Yeah.
So that when you come, that's what I think. You all tell me what you think.
Yeah. I think it's a setup, and I think that,
that's what I think. I really think he's trying to set her up.
Well, also, I feel like, she was kind of rude. She's always like, I'm coming there too. Like, this is my casa. I'm going to be here. That's my home. My thing is, you're not married. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you are moving there.
Home. It's him and
not
his
your
brother's
home. You don't own that home. You didn't work there, or whatever the case may be. I feel like you should be a little humble, and I did not like that she was shooing the brother away like he was some trash guy. She was like, okay, bye. I just felt like just rude as hell. Mm-hmm. And I feel bad for the brother. And
I feel as though he's already stirring the pot. This is another instigator like Bilal.
Who, the man?
Yeah, Patrick.
Yeah,
He's another instigator.
Of course.
Like the man.
I feel like because the thing is, he was like, well, she said, can you go? Can you go now?
Yeah.
I just thought it was all just very petty.
Yeah. And he didn't have to sit there.
You could have taken yourself upstairs. That house is very big.
It's a huge house.
You could have even gone outside.
Yes.
You could have gone upstairs to your bedroom. You just said, I'm going to the living room. Let her know that I'm also having friends. I'm also having parties.
Yeah.
And it's her. And then on top of that, you blame the brother. You said it's him. He invited them. So now you're already setting up resentment between the two.
Exactly. The other thing, too, you can call her when the friends are not there.
Yeah.
When it's not all rowdy in the house.
Yeah.
See? Anywho, that's just
annoying
drama ready to happen, and he is living for it. He's staring that part.
He probably trying to keep the brother out, but he's trying not to kick him out. He's going to let her kick him out for him.
Bilal number 2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who else was there?
Let us talk about Emily and Colby. So Colby finally gets
out
to
in
go.
His tiny whities to come give her some stuff. Her breasts are all out, so she's covering herself. And she's like, we had sex in the shower, then we had sex twice this morning.
Oh, my ears.
And this man came out in some tidy whities. There was a hole by his penis area. So if they moved the camera in any wrong angle, we would have all been flashed.
Okay.
I just thought it was just very disturbing. A man in tidy. Where are your boxers, sir?
He was wearing his little briefs. Anywho,
my eyeballs were burning.
So she brings him to the house, and he's finally going to meet his son Colben, and this really sweet part.
He was crying so much, like a little girl.
In the car. He was crying like a dad. He starts crying in the car. He gets to the house. He sees Colben. He has to turn his back because he's crying.
He's so cute. It's like when you see a puppy. I feel like
the child looks just like
him. Scary.
And he's just crying and crying. It's so hard to console him. And so now they sit down.
But he also was okay. He didn't want the son to, he wasn't trying to force the son, which I thought was nice. He's a baby. He understood. But I didn't like what Emily did. So she's breastfeeding him.
And
he's like, so this is the baby's hand. And
that's the baby's foot.
And she's like,
he holds it. And then she says,
quit playing with him.
Quit touching him. He's trying to go to bed. And I was just like,
Are you effing kidding me?
I was like, oh, alrighty then.
So this is how this is going to go. But also, I didn't like what they were doing. So it's like the man has had no issues. He's happy to be here.
Very happy.
You see him, he's thanking y'all repeatedly.
Yes.
And you guys are now trying to make him like have issues.
You have no choice.
You have no choice. You're stuck in it now.
You're stuck in it.
I hope you got some sleep because you ain't going to get no sleep. Yeah. And then she's like, yeah, you stuck in it now. You trapped. Like he's in the sunken place. Or like this is some Get Out movie.
But also,
like,
but you know something? I think also maybe they were also nervous.
No,
they're a little nervous.
No, I thought that was
like they don't know what to say. Kind of awkward, cringy conversation when you don't really know somebody. Here come this man.
First of all, my thing, I thought y'all were just trying to scare that man.
No,
like,
but think about
why?
it.
He's already happy. Why are you going to go and say that?
But think about it.
You're trapped now.
Yeah.
You're trapped now.
First of all, I don't think they like this man because think about it. You're the parent. Your daughter comes from China where she was. She's pregnant.
It's not like he raped her. That she also made that active choice.
I know this, but you're the parent.
I know, but I was saying the parents should not be acting like, oh my God, he got her pregnant. No, she probably tried to get pregnant.
Okay, I'm not saying that. I will never say a woman tried to get pregnant. I'm not doing that because I don't know.
She said she went there, found the only black guy there. Like, I don't know why she said that. Remember in her confessional?
But she said she likes black men, though.
I know. She said, I like black men, so that was so of course I went and found the only black man in China.
Okay, it doesn't matter. Yeah, because she liked the
how do you
man.
get pregnant like that? Like, I'm sure you had sex in your life. You just weren't careful this one time?
Well, because maybe he was telling her, listen, I mean, I know African men. He probably was telling her, the very first thing he told her was, I want to get you pregnant.
They just say that.
And she probably, because we as women, we innately want to be pregnant. We innately, when we meet someone who we physically are attracted to, and you have that chemistry, we do want to carry their seed.
I never had that feeling before in my life.
Well, you're young, but anyway, so she wanted that, and he wanted that probably too. He probably did tell her. I will not be surprised if he said it because it is something that African men do say. Hey. If there are any African men in the comments, let us know.
They gonna come for you.
If you don't say that, let's keep it real. Keep it real. Tell the truth now. And I don't know. It's almost like it's a thing of foreplay. I want to get you pregnant. What are you talking about, babies? You're like,
craziness. And alcohol mixed.
No, and alcohol. But anywho,
well, she said
I digress. But the thing is, any parent, and he's a father. Any parent. So here comes the man now. He is finally hold on.
50-50 decision.
No. Just think about it. Your child comes from China. Let's try to be a little put our feet in his shoes. Let's be empathetic and let's just...
I'll be looking at my daughter like, what the hell were you doing? You couldn't use protection?
Let us keep it a buck.
I would be like that.
You would have done that when she arrived by herself. You have already done that.
Okay.
Now, however, you have still left room to do that to the guy as well, as a parent.
I'll be looking at him side-eye.
Exactly. You're going to be looking at him side-eye because one...
But I'm not going to say you're trapped. Guess what? You can freely leave because she don't need you.
Can I finish, though?
No.
Okay. Let me say this now. Because one, you will have already said that to your daughter. How could you have had this happen? Blah, 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 blah. You would have said all of that. But the other thing that you have kept a little bit here for that dude, when he's still walking in through the door, because now your tail in my country, you are now in America.
You are not exempt.
From Cameroon, okay? You ain't got no job. You probably ain't got no money. I've been taking care of your responsibility. The child damn near 1 year old. And here
I'm
you
footing
come.
the bill for you too.
Yes, you is crying. I probably ain't buying your damn tears because I don't know if you're is a con damn artist. Because at this time, even though you're from Cameroon, I'm thinking you is from Nigeria, and we have heard a lot about Nigerians. And yes, I know that is bias, but that's what you is thinking. So let us just keep it a buck, okay? Now, so when he come, so when you sit down, you can't tell him all of that, though. All you got to tell him is...
You trapped.
You trapped. You trapped. Okay? There's no way out.
My leg.
So
My leg.
So did you see how it worked? So I understand the cringy conversation. Do you all understand the cringy conversation? Let us know if you understood it.
All I want to say is they were both active participants in getting pregnant. You don't have sex for all these years, and then you magically get pregnant one day. Yeah. You know condoms, you know contraception.
But I already told you what happened.
And then Plan B is right at the store down the block.
But
just go to Walgreens.
But guess what? First of all, we are not promoting no Plan B. That's for damn sure.
That's the pill. That's at the store.
Yeah, but you don't want... But we're not promoting Plan B.
No, but I'm just saying...
Listen, we're not promoting Plan B.
No, of course not.
Now, what I already told you, we're not promoting no Plan B.
I'm just saying there's protection. She could have used condoms.
Okay, but we're not promoting no Plan B. We're not promoting Plan B.
I didn't say abortion.
You could have... We're not promoting no Plan B. You can have... I mean, there are a lot of things she could have been doing.
Also birth control.
Yeah, but we are not promoting no Plan B. I don't even know how many times I'm going to say that. Now, what I'm saying, though, is that I know how probably it went. He told her those words. I want you to have my baby.
Well, they met in a club, so I'm sure there's alcohol involved.
I want you to have my baby. And she was like, whoo! And he was on and popping. They made a beautiful child. And we know, let me tell you, and I also, speak for experience, we know these things happen. It happens. You meet somebody, okay? Things are flowing, things are being said. You're getting all caught up in the thing. But then the blessing comes. Here comes the baby here. Ain't nothing you can do about it. It's a blessing. We move on. But that doesn't mean that the people who are around you, especially the parents, that don't mean that they move on. You all might be fine with it because you're the ones who got your groove on.
And then she got her groove on 3 more times before she came. Yeah, and the dad said, don't get pregnant again.
Oh, yeah,
and you working on it diligently.
Well, yeah. So, but
let's talk about
the breast.
I can't be sharing breasts with my son.
So that's the preview for the next.
I cannot believe he said that.
So for the next,
what are you talking about?
Let's give the preview. So for the preview, she was pumping her breast
in the living room in front of her parents.
Her parents were there
in the kitchen watching him,
and he says, my sister had a baby.
And she stopped breastfeeding him at 7 months. And this is just disrespectful
and hurtful. And I don't know if it was hurtful that she was out there pumping her breast. But then he says, I cannot be. I wrote it down.
I can't be sharing breasts with my son. I was like, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Yes, he said he can't.
Are you drinking the breast milk as well? How does that even work?
Well, you don't know because you don't have any kids yet. So I don't want to go deep into the conversation.
I don't know why we're there.
But he says he can't be sharing breast with his son. I said, this man done lost
his damn mind. Like what?
The cootness is real.
Oh my god!
Oh my goodness gracious!
Sharing breasts with my son. I cannot get over that.
It's gonna be
sharing breasts like you own them.
Yeah,
that is where he gets his food. You idiot!
It is gonna be very interesting next week. That's all I got to say. So let's move on to Binyam.
And she said, "I don't give a f." Like she said that. She's like, "I don't give a f." Like,
oh, is that what she said?
That what she said?
To him or in the confessional? Him. Okay. So
she's like, I have to do this. Like, I've been breastfeeding him. Like, you want me to stop now? And also, I feel like, don't you have to wean kids off of your breast milk?
Yeah, it takes a moment.
Yeah, so you want her to stop tomorrow because you want to have the breast to play with? I mean,
I can't.
I ain't even go there, man.
All I know is just like the father said, don't get pregnant because you are not financially taking care of that child, and that's another burden for the dad, and that's not fair. So now we have
Benny.
Benny.
Yes.
And who else? Benny and he's
Ariella.
Ari. Yeah.
I don't like her.
They're leaving.
She got the wine thrown in her face.
So they're leaving, and he talked to his sister.
And they were crying.
They were gonna come and see him off at the airport.
They were very upset because they're like, you should have told us, Benny. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, they were crying. They're going to miss him. The sister did tell him that if you have any problem,
we'll pay for your tickets.
We have money for the tickets money. Ari, what did you think? Ari refused for them to say goodbye to Avi, the son.
Okay, that's not just your child. Okay, that child will not be there without his sperm. Yeah. So if your man said he want his child, let him have the child. Yeah. And she was like, no, he's cold. No. Like she said it 10 times. Yeah. And I was like, that was wrong.
Yeah, but but
also I feel like she was triggered because when she got out the car, whatever, she's like, we don't want to face Ariella. She's like, that's rude, and then she went into the car. So
yeah, because she had come out to at least say something to them. But I felt
like the sister should have at least rose above. But I do feel like they think that she's evil. I feel like she has evil tendencies. I definitely
think that
do.
All of them should have risen above
emotions
to be able to at least
do it for the kids.
This for the children, and for the children, and for Binyam. I thought so. I thought the sisters' love for their brother, they should have been the bigger person. I thought Ari's love for Benny, she should have also been the bigger person. But none of them could do that for that moment, and that was very unfortunate. But I see why Benny did not push it to say, no, this is my child, give him to me, because look, he's on his way to America. He has to stay that flight with her and all this stuff, so he doesn't want to rock any boat right now. But he's already made it very clear that he said something, he will fight for this family, he said. So this is his family now. He has his son, he gets to see his son grow. And, this is it. This is his life now.
I mean, I know this doesn't feel bad for him, but at the end of the day, you keep on having kids with these women. And, you don't want to be with somebody in your own country. So it's like, yes, he is trapped. Yes, he doesn't love her. But his penis made that choice. Well, you can't feel bad, really.
Maybe this is who he wants. This is what he's attracted to. So sometimes, everybody has who they are attracted to, and that's why he did. But like you said, he made that choice.
Yeah.
And this is the result. If you make a choice of being with a foreigner, this is some of the results. Because they can take their child, they can go, and you may have to go and live in a different country because you're married to a foreigner.
Yeah, I think the sisters just have to keep that in mind.
On the table. If you go and marry a foreigner, there's always that option that you have to go and live in that person's country one day because you married a foreigner.
Yeah.
There's always option.
Well, you had a child with a foreigner. You could have always divorced her. But I just feel like, and that's why that's why I'm saying the sisters, you have to at least have some grace. I know you're saying that he's trapped and everything, but he made that choice. This is not the first time. This is the second time he's in this position.
And then you have to let go too. You're not his mom.
You can go visit him.
He is in his late 20s. He's a man.
Yeah, he's a
man. He has his child, so you got to let him go. But that was all. This was a long one. But
yeah, quite a bit. But yes, y'all. So we are going to be back here next week for 90 Day Fiance.
Yes, not next week. This Sunday.
Yes. Mm-hmm. But it is Mary
and Amma.
Thank you guys for watching. We invite you guys to like,
share,
subscribe,
and comment. And
down below.
We are working through trying to get through all the comments. We will.
There's like almost 100 of them.
We will try to finish all of that
by the weekend.
That done. Yeah, by this weekend. And answer all your comments. We're getting to them, taking out, reading and all that. Okay.
But have a good night.
Okay. Bye.